Okay, I'm ready to hear your opinions on the story. Who would like to start?
For me,
Go
I
ahead.
will not speaking about the story, especially story, but in general, I can speak. For that story, we need to prepare more and do the homework.
Okay, so maybe we could also talk about it in our next lecture as well, Renato.
Uh,
Do you have any
okay,
general comments about what you thought?
in general, FBI defined the serial killer as typically a person who murders three or more people, with the murders taking place more than 1 month, and it's including significant period of time between time to time. This is mean if you kill not you, if the killer killed a group of people at the same time, it will not be the serial killer.
He won't be considered a serial killer.
Okay. And the most reason for the serial killing, I think it will be psychological motives or psychological disorder. I think maybe for serial killer make murders for attract attention or gaining the money or sexual something يعني خلينا نحكي الاعتداء الجنسي.
You could
I
also
think
say, yeah, I mean, they're sick in the head. يعني sick in the head
yes.
meaning أمراض نفسية جايين يفشوها.
Yes, right. For me, that's it at now.
You know, it was mentioned that you was given the death penalty. What is the death penalty?
اللي هي
هم حكموا
اللي هي
عليه بالهاوش.
عقوبة الموت I think.
أيوة حكموا عليه بإعدام بموت. They didn't say, oh, we're gonna go to prison for a couple of years and then you can get out later. No, they said you are going to stay in prison until the day comes where you will be executed. You will be given the death penalty. Just a second,
Yes,
guys.
yes, right. Maybe it takes more than 2 years prison, 7 years, 8 years for to execute the death penalty, I think.
Just 1 second, Ihsan, 2 minutes and I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, guys, for the delay. So we were talking about the death penalty. We said that you was given the death penalty. حكموا عليه بإعدام. So another important question that I would like us to discuss next lecture. So next lecture, I want us to discuss news story. And I also want to hear your personal opinions on the death penalty. And maybe we can even talk a little bit about it now. What do we think about the death penalty? Are we with it or against it? Do you think some people deserve the death penalty? Or do you think it's more suitable for them to spend life in prison?
Especially, you mean, Ms. Jude, you mean that that will be for serial killer or
ايش
any
مكان الجريمة؟ انتوا برأيكم في أي حال بني آدم بيستاهل فيه ينحكم عليه إعدام؟
Yes, we do.
Yes?
That yes, we think he deserved to take the penalty. I don't know for Jordan here. There is
There is a death
some
penalty for
murders.
Jordan, yes. Specifically
Ah.
hanging, شنق هنا الطريقة.
Yes, right. But I don't know. Recently, I heard there is no death penalty. They every time postpone that death penalty for 15 years, 12 years, 13 years. I don't know. This is, I think, human rights. It's penetrate about that.
I think you're correct as well. Here, they will give certain people the death penalty. بحكم عليهم إعدام. Yes, هون بالأردن. But they don't usually do it. يعني عادة أوكي بنحكم على البني آدم إعدام بس عادة ما بيتنفذ هالشغلة. بيضلوا بالسجن عاد.
Yes, right. This is what I mean.
And what crimes, if you believe that some people do deserve the death penalty, what crimes deserve the death penalty? Where do we draw the line? Where do we draw the line? إنه هذا أوكي إعدام، هذا لا حرام يقعد طول حياته بالسجن بدل إعدام. Where is this line? Where do we draw it?
It's depend on the crime. It's depend on the crime. It will be a serial crime or that sexual crime. It's depend on the status of the crime, I think.
You know, some people, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, أنا راح أصارحكم أنا من هدول الناس برضو. Some people think sexual based crimes deserve the death penalty.
Right. I agree
Other
with you.
people don't agree with this. And I'm going to surprise you guys. Usually sexual based crimes, people will get maybe 5 years, 7 years. This is like stretching it. So this person will eventually go back out into society. يرجع للمجتمع. And I don't know if this is here in Jordan, but in America, they have to register as sex offenders, meaning بالمعنى these people, when they find a house, لما يقرروا بدهم يسكنوا في مكان, first, they have to inform their neighbors. They have to go door to door, باب باب على جيرانهم يدقوا ويحكوا لهم I am a sex offender. يخبروهم إنه they were convicted of a sexual based crime. إنهم راحوا على السجن لأحد الأسباب. لازم يخبروا هذا الشيء لجيرانهم. This is the law. ثانياً, sexual offenders are not allowed to live near schools or parks, and I think libraries as well, but I'm not sure. اللي أنا يعني متأكدة منهم 100% ممنوع يسكنوا يكون قريب منهم مدرسة أو يكون قريب منهم حديقة مثلا وين أطفال بيلعبوا. They are not allowed to live near places like this.
Yes. Good. This is in USA?
This is in the US, yes. If a person is convicted of a sexually based crime. Convicted meaning يعني اتحاكم بهالشيء and they were found guilty. So if a person is convicted of a sexually based crime, they have to register as sex offenders. They have to inform their neighbors that they are sex offenders. It wants the British spelling from me, and I am not going to give it the British spelling. How do I make this American? خلاص, okay, fine, we'll give it a British spelling. They have to inform their neighbors they are sex offenders, and they are not allowed to live near schools or parks. Another thing, they are also not allowed to work in positions where they will be dealing with children. مثلا زي مدرسة, a library, at an amusement park, مثلا ملاهي. ممنوع يشتغلوا هيك وظائف, ممنوع يكونوا حوالين أطفال بالمعنى. And there's another thing, actually, you guys are going to be very, very surprised, especially since America as a country, كبلد أمريكا, كتير بيحكوا بالprivacy, وإنه people deserve privacy, whatever. But if a person is a registered sex offender, واسمهم هيك, you can Google this, وبيطلع لكم بالضبط إيش الشروط عليهم لما يطلعوا من prison. غير إنه they're not allowed to work with children, and they're not allowed to live near parks or schools, and they have to inform their neighbors. إجباري عليهم يخبروا جيرانهم. You can also find them online. مثلا there are websites. أنا هلا فيني أكتب sex offenders near me مثلا, وأحط zip code, وراح يطلعوا لي مين هم بأساميهم الكاملة مع صورهم. تخيلوا لأي درجة؟
فضايح يعني.
Let's try this now actually.
حكم بالإعدام بس بطريقة أخرى.
زي كأنه انعدموا, بس إيش؟ هاي sex
بطريقة.
offender registry. زي كأنهم انعدموا بالمجتمع, يعني their life as normal people, it's over. خلص انتهت حياتهم كناس طبيعيين. Here's the National Sex Offender Registry مثلا. فيكم تشوفوا بكل 50 ولاية مين الsex offenders. فيني أنا مثلا لو عندي اسم حدا كامل, first and last name, أنا فيني أدور عليهم وأشوف إذا هم موجودين على registry. I can see if they're on the registry. I can also give an address. Let's say, let's put this in Florida, for example. Where's Florida? Easier to use a zip code, but I don't know why it's not giving me a zip code. Let's say بدي أعرف within 3 miles, a 3-mile radius. حوالي من كل الجهات 3 ميل وين يكونوا. Address, let's say 19 Linear Street, Crossroads. Continue. Here is, hi, these are the names. Hi, David James Gaines, Mark Wayne Jones. And it gives you, إيش كمان تخيلوا? It gives you their home address. بيعطيكم عنوان بيتهم حتى. متخيلين لأي درجة؟ And there are the photos. Those are supposed to come up now. هاي عمرهم, their age. Aliases. Aliases يعني إذا مش اسمهم إيش الناس ممكن ينادوهم لو مش اسمهم. إذا عندهم لقب معين, for example. So I don't know why the photos are not loading. Let's say مثلا I clicked on Mosley David Lee. مثلا. This is all public information. Public information معناه مفتوح للجميع, للpublic. أي حدا بيقدر يقول هذا الحكي ويشوف. Can you guys imagine this? Oh, why is it not loading? That's weird.
شكله تعب هذا خلص.
And can you imagine, let's say I wanted to search someone's name. أحط اسمه الكامل بيطلع لي if they are on the public sex offender registry. If they were convicted of a crime that had a sexual base, let's say. And let's say rules for sex offenders. طبعا كل ولاية they have their own rules, they have their own laws. القوانين بتختلف من ولاية لولاية. But there is a guideline تقريبا نفس الشيء for most. Right, types of restrictions on convicted sex offenders. Restrictions ايش يعني restrictions؟
قيود.
أيوة قيود عليهم هدول. And طبعا you can choose what kind of crime it is. Let's see, sex offender restrictions under law. Hey, they are prohibited. Prohibited معناه ممنوع عليهم. Prohibited from living within 1,000 feet of a school, daycare center يعني حضانة, park, حديقة, or playground. Playground اللي بيكون فيه المراجيح والسحاسيل وهيك. Violating this law can be a felony offense. بيرجعوا بنحبسوا if they broke this law. In California, a distance لسه أكتر, 2,000 feet. غير إنه they always have to go back to a parole officer. In America, there's something called a parole officer. هاد بيكون زي نوع من أنواع الشرطي بيتابع المجرم. لازم يرجع له كل فترة. They have to take drug tests. لازم يتأكدوا إنه مش عم بياخدوا أي نوع من أنواع المخدرات هذه الفترة واللي بيرجعوا بنحبسوا. That they're not breaking any laws. If they get so much as a ticket. لو عن مجرد مخالفة ممكن يرجعوا ينحبسوا. لو مخالفة السرعة مثلا متخيلين لأي درجة حياتهم بيصير عليه restrictions قيود. So what do we think of this as well? شو رأيكم? Do we think this is fair? Do we think that this is okay?
In my opinion يعني خلينا نحكي بالعربي. يعني هم يعني راحوا على الأحداث والإصلاح. المفروض يعني انسجنوا 7 سنوات وما انقتلوا. بعديها يعني رجعوا على المجتمع. برضه المجتمع أغلق عليهم restrictions وكذا. I think يعني ممكن يكونوا تابوا ولا يعني ما في أي نظرة بخصوص إنهم تابوا مثلا.
أنا برأيي إنه بيستاهلوا.
You think they deserve it? Hussein is asking if there's a chance of them, you know, getting better, not doing this again, changing as people.
هذا حيخليهم مجرمين أكتر.
You think that this type of pressure and these restrictions would maybe make them repeat their offense, يعيدوا اللي سووه.
أكيد.
There are also different tiers. Tier 3, Tier 2, Tier 1 يعني درجات بالمعنى. So here it says Tier 3 offenses are for sex crimes involving force, threat, drugging, etc. involving minors. Minors يعني أي حدا تحت سن القانون. This is the most serious classification. This requires lifelong registration, and offenders have to verify their information every 3 months for life. مثلا أنا لو هلا قلت لكم هويتي يمكن بينتهي كمان 3-4 سنين، ما بيتجدد كل 2-3 صح؟ هم غير انهم بيتابعوا parole officer وغير كل هدول restrictions every 3 months they have to renew their information, they have to verify their information. يروحوا زي كيف احنا عندنا الأحوال المدنية they have to go and they have to prove, hey, I'm still here, I'm still in the country, I'm still alive, this is what I look like لهلا. They have to verify their information باستمرار كمان.
I think there is
yes, go ahead.
Right. I think there is here in Jordan, there is a application of signature in the police station for a criminal that one. Not for sexual, for any crime, such as the thief. Okay, they have after prison 2 years or 3 years, you have 6 months a signature in police station every day.
Goodness, every day. But here in
Every
Jordan,
day,
here in Jordan,
here
if
in
I
Jordan.
find out if someone committed a crime, is there a website or a public registry that I can refer to I'm sorry, excuse me. بقدر أراجع لحتى أعرف if this person is a criminal, if they have a criminal record. Is there anything like this in Jordan?
بدك تعرفي حدا مجرم أو لا؟
هون بالأردن ببين عندي is it public information?
No.
هلا مش المبلك، لا المبلك نو.
Public no.
No.
In America it is. You can see who's a criminal. You can do background checks. زي كيف هون بالأردن بيقولوا بدنا ندق على اسم حدا هذا in English it's called a background check. Let's write this down. Background check. Search by name or address. بكل بساطة فيني أكتب اسم حدا أو their home address عنوان البيت وإيش على طول بيطلع لي إذا عليهم a criminal record or not if they have ever committed a crime. يعني ما بضطر على مثلا أرن على واسطة وفلان ولا لا عادي أنا بفتح جوجل تشك 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 بكتب الاسم بيطلع لي.
بس هم نسبة المجرمين عندهم أعلى، نسبة الإجرام غير هون.
يس كتير.
صح، ويعني إحنا لسه بيحكمنا مثلا دين، بيحكمنا شيء إنه هذا الشيء ما بصير، نحن نفضح الناس على العلن.
So you
ممكن
think
هذا مبدأ.
maybe we could call it, do you think this is an invasion of privacy? Invasion of privacy meaning إنه أنتوا يعني تعديتوا خصوصية هدول الناس هيك؟
No.
هلا مصر إنهم بيستاهلوا.
لا، ما
هم
هو ممكن إنه نعطيهم مجال للتوبة في جرائم، يعني خلص مش في جرائم لا تغتفر، بس في أشياء ممكن إنه الواحد يغفر برأيي، رأي شخصي.
Usually people that are on the sex offender registry, they will be on the registry for the rest of their lives. يعني هذا بيضل موجود طول العمر. ما في إنه بعد مثلا 5 years from now بيشيلوهم، لا بيضلهم عليه طول العمر. Their entire
طبعا.
lives. مع إنه أصدمكم if you killed someone, if you committed murder, جريمة قتل, and let's say you went to prison for 20 years. When you get out of prison, you can live life normally. يعني ما في registry وما في إنه قيود ممنوع تسكنوا في مكان معين. ما في كل اللي موجود للsex offenders مثلا. Do you think this is fair? هل هذا الشيء عادل بالنسبة لكم؟
No.
يعني تخيلوا جريمة قتل murder جريمة قتل بكبره if you get out of prison ما حدا له دخل فيكم بتعيشوا زي ما بدكم.
هذا الخطأ. هلا جريمة
Yes,
القتل المفروض إنه إعدام، بس إحنا لأنه لا
لأنه
يطبق
هو
حكم
أنهى
الإعدام
حياة.
هون المشكلة بتصير.
بالضبط، هو أنهى حياة حدا غيره، ما بيصير هو يعيش أصلا.
So you guys are with the death penalty. You agree with the death penalty. You support it.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So I want to give you guys this food for thought for next time. I want you for next time talk about your story and your personal opinions on the death penalty. I also want you guys to tell me what do you think of the sex offender registry. I want to hear your opinions. Do you think it's fair? Do you think there should be something like this for murderers? Or maybe even other criminals? So this is the question that I will be sending on the group, as well as the question about the death penalty. And for homework, I will also be sending the video on the group for you guys to rewatch. Homework, إيش بدي منكم؟ بدي إياكم تكتبوا لي unfamiliar vocabulary words that you learned from the video with the definitions in English, not in Arabic, with the definitions in English, and a short summary about the video. Also, feel free to add your personal opinions to the summary. لخصوا لي قصة يو اللي شفناها بالفيديو، برضو إذا حابين تضيفوا رأيكم الخاص أهلا وسهلا، أحلى وأحلى. أوكي؟
تيتشر ابعتي لنا الفيديو علشان ما
راح أبعت
فهمنا.
لكم الفيديو على الجروب، وبرضو راح أبعت لكم. Do you guys want this document ولا it doesn't make sense بالنسبة لكم؟ يعني بس مع النقاش it makes sense. This document اللي احنا مكتبين عليه بدكم إياه ولا بس بدكم الأسئلة؟
انت مش مسجل حترفعيه؟
مسجل.
خلص
تمام.
على
راح ابعت
اليوتيوب.
لكم your homework على الجروب ايش مطلوب منكم، تمام؟ وراح
أوكي.
ارد ابعت لكم my email وين تسلمون لي الهومورك، تمام؟ بس by the way شغلة منكم، لما تبعتوا الايميل make sure you write your name. For example, Judah Yaman, and write down what class you are in. So you would write, you guys have classes Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, 5 to 7.
5-7.
عشان this is graded وراح ينحط بكشف كل طالب فيه موجود اسمه with their grades, so that you guys can receive your grades out of 100 at the end of this course. Okay? And for classroom discussion, our classroom discussion, use story and personal opinions on the death penalty. برضو راح ابعث لكم هذا الحكي على الجروب. وبرضو راح ابعث لكم هذا السؤال على الجروب. What do you think of the sex offender registry? Do you think it's fair? Do you think there should be something like this for murderers or maybe even other criminals / people convicted of other crimes? مثلا لو واحد سرق, he stole from someone. Do you think that his name should go on a registry? رأيكم برضو هو اسمه ينزل مكان هيك? I want to hear this opinion from you guys as well. Okay?
Okay.
Awesome.
Awesome. Sure.
فأنا مش حابة أتقل عليكم اليوم، بس ضل آخر نقطة السيلابس، عشان إحنا أصلاً جبت لكم سيرة هلا إنه راح يكون الجريد من 100. So I just want to go over the syllabus with you guys really quick. وأول محاضرة كان نية أخليه خفيف لطيف، شكله أنا طمقت بالغلط. So let's just go over the syllabus and we'll be done for today. So I will also be sending the syllabus on the group. برضه راح أبعث لكم السيلابس هذا. My name as the instructor for this course, my email, course description, course material إذا في أي material بتحتاجوه للكورس، يا أنا رح أبعت لكم إياه إنه أول بأول مثلا السلايدز أو الفيديوز أو whatever، يا لو مثلا كان منهاج إنه رح أخبركم عشان تقدروا تشتروا من الأكاديمي. Course rules, attendance is required، الحضور إجباري. طبعا students have the right to voice any complaints they may have throughout the duration of the course. يعني من حقكم لو عندكم شكوى تشكوا، هذا حقكم. يعني أنا مش رح أزعل، الأكاديمي مش رح يزعل، هذا حقكم. بس بحال طالب طول الكورس مش حاكي شكوته، بس يخلص الكورس جاي يشكي، طب صفى إحنا ما بنقدر نعمل لكم شيء. فهذا برضو كمان نقطة.
تيتشر بدي أقول لك هاي الدوسية اللي عم بيجيبوها ضروري نجيبها.
أنهي دوسية بالضبط؟
لما كنا بالليفل اللي قبل كانوا يحكوا عن دوسية، وحتى بالليفل هذا حكوا برضو عن دوسية، قلتي بس يتوفروا بالأكاديمي إنه هو ضروري
it will be available soon إن شاء الله.
أوكي، بس إنه ضروري نجيبهم.
هلا هو it's mandatory، إجباري من الأكاديمي.
أوكي.
Also, if a student contacts an instructor, والحمد لله we never had this problem at the academy، ما عندنا هذا المشكلة بالأكاديمي الحمد لله. بس لو مثلا طالب أو طالبة عم تبعت لأهداف برا إطار الدراسة، مثلا بما معناه they crossed a line, unfortunately the student will be expelled from the course or receive a warning أو راح يجي تنبيه. Enrolled guests are not enrolled students, I'm sorry عفوا, are not allowed to bring guests. هذا يعني كله it's just basic stuff يعني بتشوفوه حتى بالجامعات على السيلابس. هون عندنا ايش؟ We have a zero tolerance policy at the academy. بما معناه ايش؟ What does zero tolerance policy mean? It means students cannot cheat. You are not allowed to cheat. You are not allowed to turn in plagiarized work. Plagiarized معناه أخذتوه من Google copy paste. This is plagiarism. And we have our course objectives. المطلوب من الطلاب منكم انتم تحضروا حضوركم، مطلوب participation مشاركة، مطلوب منكم تدرسوا تراجعوا لحالكم، مش تعتمدوا 100% علينا احنا، لازم انتم كمان تتعبوا حالكم، لازم انتم كمان الاشي بتاخدوه هون تردوا تدرسوا لحالكم. مطلوب منكم برضو to turn in homework، تسلموا homework لما ينعطاكم homework، ومطلوب منكم لما يكون في exams تيجوا تقدموا. هلا انتم مش level A ولا level B، انتم level C. هلا هون our main goals for level C: practicing pronunciation, intonation, and fluency. In other words, conversation, participating in discussions, debates, and role play activities, significant focus on beginner level conversation. Students are expected to communicate in English. مطلوب منكم حديثكم يكون أغلبها English. نستعمل عربي بس لما نضطر عند اللازم، غير هيك we should be communicating in English. Expansion of vocabulary from basic to more sophisticated and eloquent word choices. During this course, الهدف, our vocabulary, we want it to go from basic, something that a beginner would use, to something more sophisticated. We're going to start using bigger words. راح أصير أعطيكم الأشياء الأصعب لحتى أنتوا إيش تكسبوا كلمات more advanced. So that when you go out into the world and you talk to people, انتوا مو مقيدين في vocabulary معين، انتوا عندكم كلمات كبيرة وعندكم كلمات sophisticated and advanced فيكم تستعملوه in your conversations. Exploring cultural nuances and communication norms. What is acceptable and what is not acceptable when you're communicating with someone, especially based on culture as well. مثلا in English, in America, it's very common for people to greet each other. Hey, what's up, dog? What's up, dog? Dog means كلب, dog. This would never be accepted in Jordan, for example. It would be considered an insult. So culture بيفرق what's acceptable as far as communication goes. And this also has to do with developing sensitivity to cross-cultural interactions. برضو من خلال هذا الكورس, we're going to touch upon how culture to culture بيفرق طريقة الconversation. What I can say in America might be considered taboo in, let's say, the UK. For example, we will have in-class debates on various topics, practical application of language skills in everyday situations, and you guys will be asked to make presentations. We might have social gatherings here at the academy if you were able to attend. We might have simulated job interviews, etc. We might simulate a social gathering online بإنكم مش قادرين تيجوا على الأكاديمي بعضكم. We will also analyze movies, podcasts, and news broadcasts لهدف language practice, and extract language nuances and idiomatic expressions from what we are reading or what we are watching. Language of instruction is English. Arabic will only be used if needed. Finally, عندنا كيف توزيع العلامات, the rubric. You get 10 points for participation, 20 for quizzes, 20 for homework, 50 for your final exam. Okay, out of a total 100 possible points. And again, راح ابعث لكم من السيلابس لحتى تراجعوا براحتكم. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
هلا مدتها قد ايه هذا المستوى؟
This is about a month.
نعم.
يعني أنا بدي أتأكد لكم إمتى بالضبط راح يكون امتحانكم برضه عشان أخبركم إمتى يكون الفاينل إكزام لحتى أنتوا تهيئوا حالكم نفسيا وتجهزوا لهذا الشيء.
اوكي الفاينل حيكون برضه اونلاين؟
It will be asked that you come to the academy.
هنا المشكلة.
هلا للطلاب اللي مثلا ساكنين بإربد برضه عندنا فرق بإربد. يعني
اوكي
تقدروا تقدموا بفرق إربد. اللي
تمام إذا
سكنهم عمان فيهم يجوا على فرق عمان. هلا اللي برا البلد ما بيقدر يجي نهائيا هون يتواصلوا مع الإدارة.
اوكي
اوكي؟
لأنه على عمان صعب صراحة. اوكي
لا عندنا فرق بإربد كمان.
اوكي
ويعطيكم ألف عافية، وهذا الحكي كله راح أبعث لكم إياه على الجروب هلا.
الله يعافيك، يعطيك العافية.
Another note قبل ما تروحوا للطلاب اللي كانوا معي بالليفل قبل. I missed you guys. I'm really happy to be giving you lectures again.
ايه
Thank you. Me too.
بقول لكم I missed you. اشتقت لكم اللي نقلتوا من ليفل وصرتوا مع هذا الليفل معي، عشان بعرف إنه طولنا شوي لحد ما بلشنا الليفل. فعن جد كان لكم وحشة and I'm very very happy to have all of you
ميرسي
back.
ثانك يو
We missed yours.
Thank you.
ثانك
All right.
Thank
يعطيكم
شكرا
ألف
دكتور، يعطيك
عافية.
العافية.
I'm sorry.
أقول شكرا دكتور، يعطيك العافية.
Thank you, Martin. يعطيكم ألف
Thank you.
عافية. And have a
Thank you.
good night, everyone. Enjoy your night.
you. Thank you.
ثانك يو